time is it?
It's time for art!
Fourth and fifth grade, welcome back. Our journey through art history, we're starting this week with a 3-week assignment about illuminated manuscripts. We take for granted that we can just order books. If I wanted to order a class set of, say, The Art of the Mandalorian, I could just go to Amazon, I could click how many copies I want, put in 25 right here, and with Amazon Prime shipping, I'll get it in 2 days. Whoa, that's expensive. I'm not gonna do that, but I could if I wanted to. With Prime shipping, it would be here in 2 or 3 days, and we would all have the exact same book. But during the beginning of the Middle Ages, before the printing press was invented by Johann Gutenberg, if you wanted a copy of a book, they would have to be hand-drawn by usually monks in a monastery. So books were very hard to come by. A lot of people were illiterate. Survival was more important than education during this era. But every page is its own unique work of art, and it would take years, or it would take a very long time to copy a book. The reason it's called illuminated, because if something is illuminated, that means it makes light, like this lamp over here. Ta-da. Or, you know, the sun. All of those things create illumination. They're illuminated. Obviously, these pages don't glow or light up, but what they would do is they would take gold leaf and they would highlight parts of the page in gold. The pages were written in Latin. They were written in calligraphy, which is just a really fancy cursive. So even if you can't read the handwriting, you probably can't read the word either because it's written in Latin. That's what the Roman Empire was speaking towards the beginning of the Middle Ages. If you look at the beginning of all of these pages, if you look at the first letter of the first word of every page, it's very ornate. It's got gold highlights on it. It's usually got an image inside the letter or on the outside of the letter. So what we are going to do for part 1 of our illuminated manuscript, we are going to draw a fancy version of the first letter of our name. I'm going to do a P for pen. The only thing I want you to do today is draw the fancy letter as big as you can, draw an outline, or as I like to call it, a force field around the letter. If your letter has a hole in it, like my P does, you need to draw an outline inside the hole also. And then the last thing we're gonna do is strategically erase parts of our letter so that we can draw vines. We're gonna fill this thing up with vines and leaves and flowers. Next week when you come to art, we are going to personalize these with details and drawings about things that we like. And then the following week, we will trace it, color it, and add a gold outline to it. If you want to know why I have a leaf blower and a broom in my hand, here's this week's pro tip. Today's pro tip is, before you start painting on the wall, for a mural at least, an artist usually wants a clean canvas. So what I'm doing is blowing the ground, and I will explain why I paint barefoot on a different pro tip. I'm also sweeping the walls, making sure to get all the spider webs off and any other crud that might be on there. Most kids don't like it when I give them a dirty piece of paper to make art on, and I wouldn't want a dirty wall to paint on, so here I am, cleaning the wall, prepping it for this year's mural. Okay, see you later. Bonus points! 4th and 5th grade, as far as bonus points go, the Middle Ages are also known as the Dark Ages. Why were they so dark? Get back to me on why the Middle Ages are also known as the Dark Ages. See you next week.